The thrift stores have been like hurting my feelings lately with some of the price tags, so that got me thinking, what can you really thrift anymore for only $25? So today I ventured to the OG thrift, Goodwill, to find out. I don't overall really have an objective of things I'm looking for on this trip. I really just want to see how far I can make my money go today. So I only got a couple of rules, which I may already be breaking because those are so cool. If these are an 8. I have been looking for a pair of cow print shoes for a ridiculous amount of time, and of course I find them the day I'm on a strict budget. I'm gonna drive these around in my cart for a little while to see, but $10 is a good chunk of the budget, so it has to be worth it. Before I even got finished saying what the rules were, I broke one, but I was going to try and avoid the purses and the shoes because that section of the store tends to be a bit spendier, but we all know how I am about rules. I'm not great at following them. Off to a rough start. To avoid heartbreak, we are going to very quickly sprint away from the shoes. Oh, hello. We're never gonna say no to the Christmas section. Christmas is by far my favorite holiday, and this will probably be one of my favorite sections from today. I do love a tacky Christmas sweater, but I've been really loving like a classic Christmas look lately. Oh my goodness, stop, that's so cute. Oh my gosh, you guys, I might have to get this for Josh. It's a Christmas chicken. If this wasn't a 3X, I feel like I've been seeing a ton of influencers do the kind of like classic nightgown, and it's kind of cute. The neckline on this is so pretty. It's a little bit dingy though. I just don't know if I'd be able to brighten that back up. $6, I think I'll pass. Even the t-shirts are being a bad influence today. Okay, now we're talking. They just do not make stuff like this anymore. It even has a brooch on it. Are you kidding me? This one is $7.99. We're barely a minute into this video and I probably already have more than $25 worth of stuff in my cart. Typically, I just kind of go around and see what ends up in the cart. I always say I'm gonna go through the cart, but I never do. So today we're changing that. We're going to actually go through the cart and make decisions. Another thing I hate to do. Oh my gosh, there are so many cute button-ups in here. The details on this one are so subtle. It's like giving a flannel vibe, but with like subtle Christmas energy. That's so fun. And I feel like a little bit more wearable on a day-to-day than some other Christmas things. This one's also $7.99. I feel like I have certain favorite thrift stores for certain things. One I go to has the best clothing selection, one has the best prices, one has really expensive clothing and really cheap home decor. So I feel like the more you go, the more you like find your spot. But I feel like with Goodwill especially, I feel like the prices have gone up a lot over the last few years. So that's why I wanted to come here specifically. But I'd love to hear if any of you guys have been noticing this in your areas as well. Thrifting used to just be so cheap, and I feel like it's not anymore. It's becoming an expensive hobby for me. Oh my gosh, the Eddie Bauer PJs blows entire budget in the Christmas section. I would totally do that.
Can we get some help at the donation door? Thank you.
Very cute little vest situation too, $10. I have little faith for my budget today, you guys. That's horrifying. I hate that for us that we just had to see that together. Well, he's awfully cute. Can you tell I got a touch of the Christmas spirit going on, guys? Oh my gosh, for a little Christmas table setting, those are so stinking cute. I am not fancy like that, but That's adorable. I like this a lot, but I feel like it's giving highlighter yellow in color. Santas will always have a special place in my heart. My grandma collects them, and I have fully adopted her addiction. Okay, but this one is so fun and unique. Look at him. He's just adorable. Does it count as free if there's no price tag on it? Let's hope so. This little guy is so cute too. I feel like tchotchkes, the prices haven't gone up nearly as much as like the clothing. That one's so cute. I feel like you can kind of see the difference in like the more modern Christmas sweater and one that's a little bit more of like your classic. Coffee stain included. I bet Josh would look nice in that. Frankly, Christmas decor is one thing that you will never catch me paying full price for because you can find almost anything that you'd be looking for thrifted, especially when it comes to seasonal decor. Like a wreath like this. This is $3.99 at Michael's would be like $25+ and this is actually in such good shape other than this one really busted bulb. Oh my gosh. Is there a set of 4 of these? $2.99 each. Those are stunning. Do we need or do we need? The vibe here is funny, but I also feel like he's a little scary. Might be having nightmares about him. And I know watching this back later, I'm gonna regret not getting these. They have so many of these classic Holiday Village pieces. Oh my gosh, the nostalgia these give me is just unreal. But not thrifting for holiday decor is like one thrifting hill I will actually die on. I would love to hear if you guys have any thrifting hills that you would die on, because I truly just find some of the sweetest and most unique holiday decor at the thrift. But I think I've got my fill of Christmas, for now anyway. So now we'll move on to the next most dangerous section of the thrift store for me, the jackets. Another section that can get a little bit spendy, but you can also find some really great stuff. I feel like these like collegiate number type tops have been very trendy. This is $6.99 and I feel like it's kind of giving subtle Christmas with the pops of red, but I could wear, you know, outside of the Christmas season. It's really nice Columbia. This is something that I feel like is priced pretty appropriately. It's in really good condition. If this was a large, I would totally get it. That's so cute. On the inside of the hood looks like a Christmas sweater. That would be so cute with a little turtleneck. I love me a grandma sweater, I'm not gonna lie. Are they stocking the floor right now? Heck yeah. Okay, I'm totally obsessed with this. I feel like this is so freaking cute. I love the raw edge at the bottom. It feels like it's gonna hit at a nice spot with a little bit of a crop. And the colors on this, I feel like as a Western gal at heart, like you just can't convince me that I don't need this. I also found this jacket, and something about this like layered look is so cool. It's that red, navy, and green, and this is just kind of giving vintage vibes in general. It's got a hood, and it's such a heavy weight. Whoa, very heavy. Heavyweight coat. Made in the Dominican Republic. I don't know, guys, I'm kind of obsessed with this. It's got the zipper detail, but then it also kind of has the tailoring of like a nicer like pea coat with the buttons. I might have to try that on. Well, actually, I should see how much it is first. $12.99. Guys, this is gonna be a hard day for me, I'm not gonna lie. This is so cute. Ooh. I love the mustard color, and it's very soft. It passes the itchy test. $6.99. This feels like it could be a really nice sweater, and I'm so picky about my sweaters. If they are scratchy or not soft in any way, it's a hard pass. I just feel like I've been seeing $12.99 so much, and like in the past, anything over $10 at the thrift store was just like absurdly overpriced in my opinion. This is really cute. I love the like looser mock neck. It looks like it would be a little bit more comfortable than a true turtleneck. I feel like if I wore black more often, but this is also one of those prints that like could give you a headache if you looked at it for too long. This is so pretty. My sister did the most gorgeous little display at her house with like an old school bird cage, and I feel like this is kind of giving me those vibes, just like a super cute antique-y type situation. Okay, this is so cute. I feel like this could go for Christmas and Valentine's Day and is like giant and oversized, which I love. Another thing I want to talk about here, I feel like the prices have gone up, but the quality of things at the thrift store has gone down. They're asking $6.99 for this Shein sweater, and I guarantee this costs $6.99 on Shein and then has been through someone else's closet. Like, no thank you. That's kind of cute. I've been really into the like pearl details. It just gives something such like a classy, maybe Blair Waldorf kind of energy. I think this might be like a quit while we're ahead type of situation because I know we're over budget here. Let's go make some decisions, some really hard decisions. Okay, you guys, this is a monumental day for me and my channel specifically. We're gonna go through the cart today instead of just buy everything in the cart and hope for the best. I feel like the Christmas chicken I just absolutely have to get. This is so funny and Josh is gonna love this. We're also planning on decorating the house next weekend, so that will be fun. I feel like what's really gonna kill me today, like inside, is putting back the shoes. I have been looking for a pair of cow print shoes for ages, and these ones are in my size. Of course, the one day I'm not supposed to be looking for shoes. They're a little bit on the worn side and have a couple of stains, so I'm going to take this as my sign that these are not my cow print shoes. The other pair of shoes in question are these cowboy boots. They're just like a really simple pair of brown cowboy boots, and they actually don't have a price on them, so I need to ask about these because you guys know me, I like simply refuse to leave a perfectly good pair of cowboy boots. And these are ones I know I would wear a ton, but I do have like 12 pairs at this point, so I should probably put them back. But just a moment for these because they're stunning. I really wish you guys were here to help me decide, so I feel like we're gonna do a little this or that between these two sweaters. They're the same price. I feel like this one is so much more fun and way more different than things I already have in my closet. So we're gonna put back the mustard. Okay, same situation here, this or that. This one is much more budget friendly at $9.99 versus $12.99, but frankly, I don't really think I need any more jackets. This challenge is killing me inside, so I'm gonna put both of these back. But you simply cannot convince me that I don't need one of the two of these Christmas shirts, so it's just gonna be figuring out which. This one feels much more casual and wearable. Like I said, it's kind of giving me flannel energy, whereas this one is just much fancier with the embroidery along the bottom. Even on the back, it is so pretty, but I feel like I'm gonna get less wear out of just because the nature of the shirt is a little bit on the fancy side and I'm not that fancy. Lastly, we have this little sweater, this kind of varsity inspired with the little red stripes down the sleeves. This is a small, so it's gonna be on the much more fitted side, And as much as I hate to say it, it's a little bit scratchy, which means I will just sit and stare at it in my closet and never actually wear it. So I'm gonna put this back too. So far we've narrowed it down to we're getting the Valentine's Christmas, I don't know, the cute heart sweater and the Christmas flannel. So that puts me at $6.99, $7.99. Why can't I do math? $15, so I have $10 left. With the Christmas chicken was $7.99. So I have $2 left, which is actually going to mean that all of the little Christmas tchotchkes have to go back because they're all $2.99, which would put me $1 over budget. So what can you get at Goodwill for $25? Not very much, honestly. This is breaking my heart a little bit, not gonna lie. Let me know out of everything that went back what you would have held on to and spent your $25 on, because I will say this was probably one of the harder decisions I've had to make because I don't usually roll with a budget at the thrift store. You will bring some very cool girl so much joy. That will be something you never see happen again on this channel. As a thrifter, I do love when I find a section where you can tell someone kind of put back things from their cart. So I'm hoping that somebody gets to enjoy this fantastic little section later. The budget is Scrooge in today's video. I just love Christmas so much. I actually really don't need any more mugs, so that one I feel good about, but a little sad about these two, not gonna lie. Okay, that leaves our final cart at 2 tops and an inflatable Christmas chicken. Looking at my collection of cowboy boots, I feel like I made the right call putting those back, but I'm still a little salty about it, not gonna lie. I'm so happy with the things that I did pick up, so I thought we could try on the 2 sweaters, and honestly, I'm just not over the Christmas chicken. He's so cute. They did say when I was checking out they didn't test this, so to price it at $8 seems a little ballsy since it was only $17 originally. But they did say if I try it and it doesn't work, I do have 7 days to return it, so I'm gonna test that today. But he is a little 4-foot tall Christmas chicken. I'm thinking this is originally Walmart. It's giving Walmart. But Josh and I have just really been in our chicken era, so I couldn't pass it up. And then we have our Christmas flannel. The brand is Victoria Jones, which just feels really fitting because I am also Victoria. This is a XX, but frankly, it's that time of year that I don't want anything under a large. But I think this is just going to be so cute with just like a tank top underneath and a pair of jeans. But I could also really dress this up with like a red mini skirt and some tights. I feel like could be so fun and festive. And then this just doesn't have a tag anywhere on it, which is kind of strange. Oh no, you guys, I got. It didn't have a tag in the neck, but it did have a tag on the side. Should have checked. I just paid $6.99 for something from Shein, which was probably $6.99 to start with. But this is such a cute sweater, I'm not gonna lie. It's actually very soft and it's Shein Curve, so I believe that's their plus size. But it's just so chunky and cozy. I think this is going to be so fun for the holidays, and then also will be a cute little outfit for Valentine's Day. As salty as I am that I did accidentally bring home something from Shein, how do you say it? If you have opinions on this, drop them below. My sister and I cannot agree. She says Shein, I say Shein. Or really, I go back and forth at this point, but I'm not having any regrets over my purchases thus far, but I do still feel a little bit heartbroken over the set of 4 Santa plates. Not only were they stunning on their own, but to find a set of 4. This is my second $25 challenge, and I feel like I was able to get a lot less stuff. This time, I did do them at 2 separate stores. I did my first $25 challenge at the DI. I think those are regionally based, like Utah, Idaho based thrift stores. They're pretty big, but I find them to be very affordable. Most things are priced $2, $4, or $6, whereas at Goodwill, I was seeing a lot of $7.99, $12.99. So that made my $25 budget go way less far. And I think this might be a record for the fewest number of things I have ever brought home when thrifting. Let me know below if you guys have ever left the store empty-handed, because I think I simply am allergic to that. I do not have that talent in my arsenal. But after my trip to Portland recently, I checked out the Value Village or Savers, one or the other, and their price tags were absolutely destroying my life. So I wanted to kind of put this to the test in my town. I live in a very small town, so I feel like the thrifting tends to be on the more budget-friendly side versus that of a big city, but I'm so curious to hear what kind of price tags you guys have been seeing, because $7.99 was like the standard price for pretty much everything today at Goodwill, and I think I've just been noticing across the board prices ticking up, which is so sad, because I keep seeing that meme that normal people spend like 200 some odd dollars on their hobbies every year, and I'm thinking that's more like my monthly hobby budget at this point. But it could be worse. I could be into shopping at the mall, which would just be tragic for my wallet.